Hello and welcome, vegan savages, to another episode of the Vegains Podcast. Just by myself, chilling here. Oh wait, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 guests. Oh, that is
lot of beeps.
so overwhelming. Yo, you want to introduce yourself? Like,
Hi.
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 Hello.
Hi.
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 Hello.
so I did ask you on Instagram because originally Axel and I we wanted to do a German podcast because if you don't know, I also have a German podcast. But my vegan savages are crazy, so I got so many English questions as well. That's why we decided today we do an English podcast with the questions and tomorrow a German podcast. And we're going to divide it. First part here on my podcast and the second part with Axel's questions on Axel's podcast. It's like the Crow Show, right?
Yep. For the German people, it's a grow show. For the English people, it's a role model.
All right, so part 2 of this will be a role model. So let's just dive right into your questions. We're at Bali, you know all that. Let's just dive in. Okay. Love and lifestyle in Bali.
Is that the question?
That's not really a question.
Next one.
You want to elaborate on that? Love and lifestyle in Bali? It's just...
Okay, like every single day is a blessing because I have beautiful people surrounding me. And the weather is good, you wake up and it's warm, lifestyle. Well, actually every single day is the same. You wake up early, we go to the gym, we work, we come back, we have amazing food and fun.
Yeah, it's just great. Escaping winter. Here, it's like you just time is just on steroids. Like summer's here immediately, you get those summer vibes, you have sun all day and you just eat summer fruits like you would have, like for watermelon in Germany.
Oh my
I'm like,
gosh.
the last year I was like waiting, March and then April and June. Oh, finally watermelon. I'm like here in, what do we have? The beginning of March and eating watermelon every single day. So it's just great. But you can make your love and lifestyle everywhere, great? Not just in Bali. The next one is girls.
Girls.
You have to say something to that?
What's the question about?
No, it's just girls.
Just girls.
Well, do you have girls?
We have 3
Do you
girls
have
in
a
front of
girlfriend,
us.
Ferdinand?
I actually have 5.
Living the lifestyle.
No, I'm single. You?
Same. 4.
You?
I'm married.
I was curious how that...
She's actually my wife. But that is like off the vlog. That's just my private life. So leave us alone. No, just kidding. What about you?
We're single.
We're all single here.
All right, next question. The gays.
The gays. They're not really asking questions.
Okay.
They're like-
The next one is truth, honest, and betrayal. That's also not a question. Hummus.
Savages.
How? Okay, now we got an actual question.
Wow.
How to deal with things that you did in the past and now regret? I actually have one.
That's a
so
deep question.
Yeah.
Who's
You could
asking this
elaborate
question?
on that for like
Lal's
hours.
life.
And he actually asked it twice. That's how deep it is. Oh, no.
No, they're two different questions.
2 different questions.
We appreciate your questions, but so how
Okay.
to deal with things that you did in the past and no regret.
I actually have something.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Should I go ahead?
Yeah.
Okay, but don't judge me, okay?
All right.
Okay.
Okay, I bullied because I was so bored in school and my friends were doing it and I was like, they were my friends and we were like the cool kids, so I bullied one guy in particular as well, and I didn't feel right back then, but I was just the others do it and I just also bullied this guy.
Okay.
And I felt so bad. And years later, I really regretted it. And what we vegan savages do, we make our own luck. And in this case, get rid of my regrets. So I actually saw this guy in the subway in Germany. Like I went to the skate park. I saw him. And what he did, he just went away from me. And I just followed him to the very end. Because he... because he thought I will bully him again. But I was like...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's totally understandable. But I sat down next to him and I actually said, hey, I'm so sorry for what I did. And explained to him how bad I felt and how horrible that must feel for him. And if he would forgive me. And he looked me in the eyes and he said, thanks for doing that. I forgive you. And Yeah, that's all I can do. And now
But you nailed it. Like, either you have to live with it because it's the past. Like, why should you feel the bad? You can't change it, right? Or you can, if you can change it, what you did.
No, you cannot really change it,
No, but at least you can do something about it. Either you have to accept it, or you change it.
Yeah.
But like dwelling around just because you can't change. I mean, we're human beings. We all do mistakes. But like, do something about it or live with it. Period. End of story.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it doesn't really make sense to regret because you can't change what happened in the past. You can just make it better now. Like, that's all you have. The present.
I
So
mean,
either
past doesn't define you, and you shouldn't live with regrets or anything. You can decide right now that you can be a different person and change yourself, like right now, right at this minute, basically.
Amen, sister. And what I do now, if I see someone who's bullied, I step in there and actually, that didn't happen. But if I would see bullying, I'm so against bullying. It's horrible.
Bro, I have a question for you. Did it happen to you? Did people bully you?
Yeah, because karma always comes back. No, actually, no.
No?
No.
I got bullied a lot.
Yeah.
How can someone bully me? I roast myself on a daily basis. I make fun of myself.
But like in school when you were like 13?
No, that's when I bullied. I was like the cool kid.
You was one of the guys who bullied me, right?
Yeah.
You were.
I wouldn't bully you. I was really at a school anyway.
Yeah, people bullied me because I always what's the past tense of wear? War.
War.
Yeah, I always wore the clothes of my older brother, and like the same stuff over and over again. Because I didn't care. I went to school just to play soccer did I just say soccer? To play football in the break. That was the only reason. I didn't care at all about like how I looked, what I did, like I was completely.
Why don't you call it soccer? Are you not American? But you're talking about like football, soccer, like Fußball.
Fußball.
Yeah. Okay. Anyone else? Some things that did happen in the past and now you regret? Like Scorpio Mine? Breaking up with me?
You broke up with
Just
her.
Just kidding. Maybe I regret it. Who knows?
Well, they're like little things that maybe you're not too proud of or that happen and you're like, whatever. But it's not that...
Not whatever, but learn from them.
Yeah, learn from them, and it's like it shaped you. So if it didn't happen, you maybe wouldn't be the person you are now.
Yeah, just make the best out of it, out of every single situation, and learn from it and grow. And the next question is also from Eel's Life.
Eel, what be booty back?
How to tell people what they can do to improve their life without sounding too preachy. I know the solution. So how to tell people what they can do to improve their life without sounding too preachy. What you do, honey, you just lead by example. That's like I do daily vlogs. I share my lifestyle, my healthy lifestyle choices. I explain why I do them, why I encourage you to do the same, all the benefits, but then do the fuck whatever you want to do. But here's why I do it, and here's how I thrive doing that. And that's the best motivation to motivate other people doing healthier lifestyle choices, improving their lifestyle without being preachy, like you have to do this because. No, it's like I do this because, and maybe you look into that as well, and then you see people become curious, like wow, this guy, he was so skinny, now he gained muscle. I ask him, and then they're open-minded and curious and come to you, and I do this and that's what I recommend, and buy my ebook, link in bio, and then
I totally agree. Like you can only inspire people, but you should never, like for example, the whole vegan thing. So many people try to convince people like you have to do this, you're a bad human being if you don't, and instead of like leading by example, showing that it's possible to live a good healthy life while being vegan without judging and just inspiring, and then they have to change on their own. Like they make the change, not you.
Amen, sister.
Thanks, brother. Next question.
Or do you want to I just nailed it, right?
You nailed it. You're like,
nailed
it.
Psychedelics. Has anyone tried psychedelics?
Yeah, I tried them in India.
What kind of psychedelics?
It's called hemp seeds. Have you ever heard of it?
Nah.
It's
the red stuff you chew?
Yeah, exactly. You chew it and you feel kind of like...
You had visuals?
Yeah, a lot of them. That was actually the first and the last time. It's a natural thing. I just saw a lot of weird stuff, and I kind of enjoyed it, but also said like, okay, that's like.
Was it like the betel nut?
Betel nut? I don't know. You chew it, and then you see everything is so fast and like a lot of colors and.
Any learnings? Take away.
Don't take drug. Don't do drugs.
Because I took mushrooms like
I did
4 times, and I got many things out of it.
Really?
A lot.
4 times?
4 times, yeah.
For example.
First, I let the girls talk. So you also took mushrooms?
I took mushrooms last year, I think in August. I went to this Shambhala festival, and it wasn't the best experience, to be honest. I expected like something weird, but I just got very relaxed, and I saw the colors popping, and it was just very relaxing. But I don't think I'm gonna try it again, because
How much did you take?
As much as some guy told me. I'm not sure how much. He was like, take that much. I was like, okay.
And you were disappointed because you expected more?
I expected something like you've experienced.
Like visuals?
Yeah.
And because of the dosage, it's all about the dosage. Most people just take too little. What I would recommend for the first time, like 2 grams, that you be totally yourself, but you have slight visuals and everything just looks in super HD and nature just looks incredible. But if you like want real visuals, you gotta go more to like 3, 4 or even 5 grams, which is called the heroic dose, because 5 grams is heroic dose for a reason, because it's like crazy visuals, and then really your ego dissolves, and you should do it the 5 grams alone, total darkness, closing your eyes. The mushrooms will creep out of every single corner and talk to you, and you can ask questions, and that is really like then the real deal. And before that, what you did, that you probably saw like everything was so HD and and everything looked like so many details and everything, and that is like the low dosage. But if you want more internal work, then you need at least 3 or 4 grams.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I researched a lot before I did it. I was like, no, I'm never gonna do drugs. But then I was like, drugs, what is actually drugs? You have to distinguish between some synthetic stuff like heroin, heroin or cocaine or something that can really harm you and just steal your future joy and everything. And you have it at the moment and be crazy, and then you depend on it. Or just like mushrooms that grow out of cow shit and has been here long before we have been here, and actually can broaden our horizon in great ways and be our guidance and teachers for questions, and get an external, like an extraterrestrial view on things. Like they actually talk to you if you take 4 or 5 grams. It's crazy, and it's like a non-human perspective.
Right?
Well, what did you learn from it?
So much. It's
For
example,
take 5 grams.
No. I actually learned not to take 5 grams. But I really want to elaborate on that, and I actually did a podcast about it, but I wasn't satisfied, so I didn't upload it. So I want to make an entire podcast about like my key learnings. Because crazy how I got those lessons with those visuals together, like flying on dragons and then getting my ego dissolved. And
I have another question.
Mm-hmm.
Did you vlog it?
No.
Oh no.
But if you
everything, bro, and then
but it's so crazy, those visuals you actually see it and you feel it combined, and that is like I saw myself, for example I was really addicted when I was younger to World of Warcraft, and I still had like a bit of craving, so I want to play, and sometimes I started a bit, but then on a trip I saw myself playing World of Warcraft, and I saw all my life energy or whatever just flowing into this computer, into this character, out of me, and I got this sense of depletion, and it hurted so much I felt empty, and it was all going in there for like, only when I'm connected to this I feel pleasure over there, but not in me. It got sucked out of me, and I was like, whoa, no, I want to have like joy in real life, not in this character in World of Warcraft. So like since then I'm like, no, I'm enjoying real life now, and don't feel the urge to things like that. And when you actually feel that and see that, and anyway, I talk too much. So you got some psychedelic experience?
No, never. Not yet.
Good girl.
Good girl.
Yeah, I actually had,
What? Really?
Yeah, like 1 higher-ish dose, and then
Together with who?
Yeah, with like you and all of the other guys in Austria, like a bunch of friends. And then once with another friend in Berlin, and also like a really low dose in Austria, which felt
Together
really
with
good.
who?
Yeah, just all the friends in Austria.
Like me.
Like you and Philip and stuff. But yeah, the first one, like the higher dose, was creepy. It was like aliens controlling my body and creeping into me and stuff like that. It's really
So
freaky.
weird.
And I saw only yellow, so all the whole world was yellow and orange.
Was it all on mushrooms?
Yeah, it was on mushrooms.
So interesting.
It's weird, but yeah. The second one wasn't like, I only saw some colors, but that was it.
And the low dosage is called microdose, when you only take 0.2 grams, like so little that you don't notice something, but at the end of the day,
It felt so good. Everything was so positive and happy, and you just appreciate all the little things so much more without feeling high or anything.
exactly, and you don't really notice that you're high or anything. You just at the end of the day, like, oh, that was a good day.
Yeah.
For example, if I can tell it, like we were a couple and she's like rolling the eyes. Can I tell it?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
Yeah.
We had sex, and it just felt so good. And afterwards, I was like, oh, because of the microdose. And anyway, okay, so I'm or should I talk now about our sex now?
No.
And I'm planning to do an entire episode about psychedelics or my mushroom trips, but I don't know. I did it actually twice, but I didn't upload both of them because I was like, oh, I don't want to encourage people to, because, yeah, and here's the disclaimer,
Yeah.
do always your own research and...
But I actually got kind of high from breath work. So what you do is you just breathe for like an hour. There's like a really, a thing how to breathe. And then you load your body up with oxygen and you get in that really state of feeling high and getting visuals and crazy thoughts. So if you don't want to take anything, just breathe.
Yeah, it's called shamanic breathing, and you can get the state of psychedelics naturally, but it's just so much harder. So psychedelics, I call them like a permission slip that you get there immediately and don't need to meditate 5 weeks in a cage and be like, and to accomplish the state naturally. It's like you get those visuals after half an hour consuming them. And anyways, next question. What was your big break?
What does he mean? Big break? Like break
Maybe
out
your
or
breakthrough.
breakthrough? Yeah.
What, am I famous? No, so I don't know. Next question.
Next question. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, German. Oopsie. Here. Talk about the vegan scene in Berlin. How is it, Axel?
It's incredible. It's like vegan heaven. The only problem it's cold usually in Germany. Anyways, have you ever been to? I hope I pronounce it correctly. Yeah. Oh my
Where?
gosh, Brambles.
No. You told me you went like crazy and you ate like 6 donuts or 8.
Yeah, I was like, I don't eat sugar like usually, but then I went there, I ate the donuts and I was freaking out. I was like on drugs. And then 2 hours later, I was just sick.
So, but you had a good experience. So, why do you recommend this place?
It's I know that a lot of people love fast food and like
Vegan donuts.
Like
if you are vegan now and you miss Dunkin' Donuts, go to
Bramble.
Yeah, it's very good for converts, like the people who are like converting to a vegan lifestyle.
And I think they have some healthy stuff like coffee.
They actually brought out something even unhealthier. They took the Beyond Meat burger patties between 2 donuts.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
that sounds interesting.
That is like the most unhealthy thing you could eat, possibly, besides bacon.
But otherwise, the vegan
Berlin
scene
is one
great.
of the top cities around the world, vegan wise, but mostly like vegan junk food. They're not.
So true. Yeah.
They are.
Yeah, if you compare it to Bali, like
Yeah, here there's so many health conscious places, or in LA, or in the UK, or I don't know, probably also in Sydney and other places I haven't been, but in Germany, in Berlin, so much junk food. You have a couple clean restaurants, but most of them are chunky. So I hope, like, actually Cafe Organic, I had the owner on my podcast. She's planning to open one in Berlin as well.
Really?
This, or maybe I think next, I don't even know, but I think it's coming. Like these really clean restaurants, that's what I miss. We have like a couple good one, like burritos and this and that, but it's like semi-healthy, but not these.
Bowl is amazing.
Yeah, but it's
But
also
it's
where we
vegan,
went
right?
together,
Yeah,
Poke Bowl,
It's
yeah.
good. It's not vegan though. Is it?
No, not entirely,
Yeah,
but often not the entirely vegan restaurants are often the best ones.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but because often entirely vegan restaurants are often really pricey, small portions. But like this Poke Bowl, not entirely vegan, but you can make your own vegan bowl and it's huge. I cannot talk about it yet. That was actually the reason why I went to Mallorca. I made like a secret about it because I'm there, because I couldn't tell you, but I can actually tell you probably this month. But things are changing in Berlin. Actually, yeah, I cannot talk about it now, but just stay tuned.
Do you know these weird people who like start telling something and then they say I can't tell you something?
No, but that is actually something big that I cannot talk about now. But it's
Okay,
just
excellent.
it's just.
Excellent.
It's just okay. We talked about that.
How
German.
to cheap travel? What?
How to cheap travel.
How to cheap travel? How to travel cheap or what?
How to cheap
Yeah,
travel.
I mean we know what she means. Ask Violetta. She's the
Traveler
travel
of the
girl.
year.
Tell us the secrets.
How
to cheap travel.
I'm not sure if there's like a secret, but like you have to know how to manage money. Like if you always go out eating for food, for example, as we do in the cafes now. I mean, obviously we don't pay for it, but like if you do it on a daily basis, you pay like $20 for food. But you can also like, if you travel Asia, you can also pay like €2 on food per day, and like stay in hostels and I don't know, just talk to people and locals, compare the prices and stuff.
Okay, I have a good piece of advice. Live like a local, travel like a local, always take the local bus. The locals, they do the cheap, like they try to live as cheap as possible, so you have to do the same stuff. Like, then you can live really cheap.
Yeah.
Like people don't know how cheap it can be in Bali. Like you can just sleep here at a hostel for like $2. And that's $60 per month. Yeah, and like proper, like a dish at like a local restaurant is like a whole dish, like a lot of rice, veggies, $1. So yeah, live like a local if you want to travel
have
cheap.
to think in a currency from like the country you're in. So like if you think, oh, it's only like €1, well, here €1 is a lot. So you have to think like, wow, right, that's actually €1.
Yeah, so
You know
if
what I
you
mean?
Yeah, exactly. I had this like thing that I was buying bananas in Ubud, and this woman was like, I think there were like 10 bananas, and this woman was like telling me that it was 30,000 for those bananas, and I was like, no. And then she started asking me what kind of price I was gonna put on these bananas, and it's always important to remember that you need to negotiate the prices everywhere. I swear to God, they don't have price tags.
That's why I love Canggu. They don't try to scam you here.
Yeah.
Not that much, no. They'll probably give up.
And the internet is your best friend. Use it right.
Sure.
You don't get scammed. You can educate yourself where cheap places, and it starts with the flight. Go to places like Skyscanner where you can find the cheapest flight, or Google Flights. Yeah, those are my two best options. Then you already have a cheap flight, and then the internet. Like I would go to Ubud, then I would go, if I want to go cheap for a hostel, you pay a couple euros, and then find a good one. Reviews don't lie. Reviews are so honest, and when they have like
Not everywhere,
but when you have a lot, you know, when you have 500-600 reviews and they have 4.5 stars, you know this place is good.
you don't want to know how many accommodations pay people for good reviews.
Actually,
but
that's
like-
true.
But
I
some,
get asked so often, like, "Oh, I'm giving you like €2. Are you writing good review?" I'm like,
Okay.
"No,
Okay.
I'm not."
but if it's like if it's like 20 reviews, that could be then. But if it's like, you know, some places they're like highly recommended, and then you go there, you live there cheap, and then if I would be in Ubud, I would go to this vegan buffet,
Yeah.
and then go there
I went there,
every
yeah.
single
So
day
good.
to Savo Bali, and I would Google, and then I would find this place,
Savo
and
Bali.
I could eat there every day on a buffet, eat like like my lunch and dinner combined there, get a hostel with breakfast or just buy fruits.
Do your own breakfast.
Yeah,
It
just
saves
buy
so much
fruits
money,
locally.
yeah.
And Axel advices actually gold. Be a local. Locals that is so cheap. Like when I was in Thailand, there's a word, it's I think Chay, and that means for the Buddhist, what they eat,
Yeah.
and they're actually vegan.
Yeah.
So I went to those Chay places and I got meals for 25 cents, like big portions, and I just was stuffed often under €1. So that's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
So just like locals.
Yeah.
And then it's so cheap. And just generally go to Asian countries, you can, even if you get scammed and pay more, it's still like
It's so
10
cheap.
euros or something. Whereas in places like LA, Sydney, the London, it's much harder to.
London is not hard as a girl though.
No. Do you get paid?
Everything, yeah.
Because of boys?
I never pay anything when I'm in London, no.
Because of dates?
No, not dates, but like boys, they just like pay everything. I don't know why.
But where do you find those boys?
Yeah.
Are
No,
they?
I'm interested.
No, seriously, they just
People
come
will
on the
shit on
street
you
and
now.
they no, they just come to you, they talk to you, they were like,
What do you
Oh,
mean?
I
You go to a restaurant and you eat, and then the boy comes to you and you're
I'll
like,
pay for
"Oh,
you.
You have beautiful eyes, sunshine.
Let me pay for you.
Can I pay your
Darling.
toast?
Are you going home with those girls? With those boys?
no, I'm not,
But you're paying them with your time, you know, and so.
probably.
Yeah, so that's good advice.
I have a question for you. What's your thought on like paying for girls? Like if you have a date,
Mm-hmm.
do you pay the bill?
Depends, but
Depends on if you wanna.
If you want it.
no. I want a symbiotic relationship that is based on unconditional love, where we both don't care who pays because it's like it goes automatically back and
We're
forth.
talking
And,
about the date.
Yeah, the date.
The first date.
and it's like,
Like you really like her. She's beautiful.
yeah, actually, you know, I go on free dates. I don't like to sit in a restaurant. I like to do activities like where even if the date sucks, I had like a nice walk in the park. I played like table tennis
I did the same.
and or just do some kinds of sports.
I'm always like, I need to walk my dog. Do you want to join? And then
Yeah, and then you got then it's not like, oh no, the date is over, now I gotta walk my dog, I just wasted time. It was like, okay, it was like a boring conversation, but at least my dog got some exercise and got some attention. So I always combine it with that, and then it's just free. But Sarah actually invited me last time.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me too.
Oh, my stomach is cramping. We did this Nirvana strength conditioning class, and so much for the core. Whew, I hope I don't get a cramp. Have you ever got a cramp in your belly?
It's the worst.
It's
How do you get a cramp?
Yeah.
In your
I had it just once in my life, and I was dying. I was calling my brother because I didn't know what to do. He's a doctor, but he didn't pick up. And then I googled, and like you have to do a counterpart. Like I did a bridge, and then it was better. But always do the counterpart. Like put out your belly, or if you can do a bridge, and it will go away. But don't roll in. It will get worse. Okay, oopsie. CrossFit and Bali sucks. No,
What?
actually, CrossFit in Canggu. I don't know how anywhere else in Bali. I think it's mostly in Canggu. Insane! It has like as many CrossFit boxes as it has in Berlin, and there are so many fit people. And I don't know. It's like a hub for CrossFit. I don't know why, because of the beach
Yeah.
and
I
the
don't
bitches.
Bodies
Like-
everywhere.
First
Yeah,
joke.
there are like a lot of
Joke. There was a joke. Calm down.
people
Yeah, that's really.
here, so all the
Say it again at the beginning.
there are a lot of health conscious people coming to Bali, like
Yeah.
vegan or just like really into sports, fitness, surfing, whatever, and they want to stay healthy and fit while they're here. So all the CrossFit boxes and gyms opened here because there's demand.
Bali is like little America, I feel like.
No, Canggu. I feel like.
Yeah, Canggu.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like people in Ubud don't
No,
do
it's
CrossFit.
like so
They do yoga.
They do
Balinese
yoga.
there.
Yeah.
It's all about yoga there.
How to deal with shopping lists from your mom, which include fish, etc.
I don't buy it.
No,
No,
wouldn't
I
buy
don't.
it.
I bought once eggs for my mom,
Just refuse
but then I was
it.
like, why? No, I just say, no, I'm not going to buy it. If you need something, go on yourself. Sorry.
Yeah, me too. It's like
Me too.
if you want to eat animal
Yeah,
products,
support it.
buy them,
Yeah.
and if you want to eat them, then prepare them yourself.
Yeah.
If you want to have something from my vegan meal, I gladly make something for you, but I'm not gonna buy or prepare I don't want to contribute in any way to factory farming. So I'm sorry, I'm out of this. Threesome experiences.
Holy shit. No, I want to
This question is following us, I swear.
So let's share the name.
Have you? No, that's actually my friend. No, don't share. That's my friend.
Why is he asking that? He knows.
Because he's like, oh, he's with so many girls. Like, what's going on? So have you had a threesome?
No.
You?
No.
None of us know.
No.
I actually had one.
It's on your podcast.
No, just kidding.
My father is not listening. Oh, my brother, my sister.
But quickly, we all haven't had any threesome, so we don't have any experiences. Shall we change that now? Okay, we're back in like 20 minutes, and then we'll tell you everything about it. I'm not kidding. Why do you laugh?
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay, what do you want to say?
No, I'm not gonna share.
No, you gotta share.
No, I have to share.
Don't be him.
But now we're
Oh, fuck. Why did I say it? Anyways, there was like once I was in the moment. It was actually in Bali like 2 or 3 years ago. I already met this Swedish girl. We already had something going on. And then she was showering and her best friend came home and she was super hot. A vegan.
Oh.
And we were starting to talk, but like in a nutshell, I was too shy. Like I was kind of afraid that if I try to hit on her, then I'm gonna go home in 5 minutes. So I played it safe. Don't play it safe.
Depends what you want. Friendship and relationship. How to meet beautiful vegan people.
Internet.
Tinder.
No, actually.
There's actually something like a vegan Tinder.
Really?
I've heard
Yes,
that.
it is.
I beat.
A
I've
couple of
heard
my
about
friends are
that
using
too.
this app. It's I'm not sure how it's called.
She will figure it out. That's how Violetta and I met.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Tinder, right?
Yeah, she texted me on Tinder.
Crazy. Okay. So Tinder isn't good or bad. It's just a tool, and if you use it right, and if it works for you, and it's also like with the matches.
Like Instagram is much
Yeah,
more
for me
open
too.
because then you know
What's
what's going on, what the person's like and stuff.
Or like Facebook groups as well.
Yeah.
You have a lot of them in Chingu and stuff.
Or what I also recommend is just buying a guitar and find out their address, showing up in the front door, and just playing and singing something nice, and then
But
the police comes, you end up in jail, and end of the story.
You can also talk to girls that you see on the street or boys. Like,
Yep.
so many people are afraid of like talking to people.
Yeah.
I love doing that. Even though it's just a nice conversation, I love to talk to strangers. Like to girls, when I feel attracted to them or like I like them, I just go and talk to them. And that's how I met you.
And just find places where are like-minded people, like
The
go
gym.
to a yoga place. And after Shavasana, the girls are like, oh, yes, I want to talk. And or go to like vegan,
Whole class.
I don't know, vegan cafes for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Or sober parties. Or our vegan cooking nights.
Where do you find sober parties?
In Berlin.
In Berlin, the place to be. Vegan beer.
Beer in Germany,
Heineken
It's
is
all-
vegan.
All of
There are many vegan beers, but
all the
don't
beer,
drink so much beer.
all the beer in Germany is vegan. There is
yeah.
actually a law about.
Reinheitsgebot.
Reinheitsgebot.
Is he vegan? Axel, are you or is he single? Oh, we already answered that. No, Violetta is his girlfriend. Just kidding. Or am I? Keep watching.
No, keep watching.
Keep listening.
Gay sex.
Gay sex.
Anyone experienced with gay sex?
No sex.
Really?
No.
No sex.
Just like making out.
Yeah.
Have you made out with a boy?
No.
You haven't?
No. You?
No.
Do you want to change it?
You made out with a girl?
Yeah, I just made out. It didn't really go that way. Almost, but no.
But are you into girls?
It's like every girl.
Yeah,
We're
it's-
all kind of bi-curious because
Yeah.
the body
It
of
can
the woman
happen,
is
you
just
know.
like really
It's not like I'm
nice.
really about it.
Yeah,
but-
it's just like it's nice, but it's not like we want to be in a relationship with a
No.
girl.
But
No,
based
you-
on you, not on all women, of course.
Yeah, no, but like,
I share the same
Yeah,
opinion.
Yeah.
and same for me as
it's
well.
like
So
a lot of girls who share the same
Yeah.
feeling.
What about you?
Mm.
Okay, next question is bitches. Anyone want to elaborate on that?
What? This is just saying bitches.
Just bitches.
Well, there are a lot of
We
female
should-
dogs
should-
around here.
Bitches.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Female dogs. Actually, besides female dogs, I don't really know what bitches are. I say it for like fun, like bitch, but I have my money, just like fun. But what is actually a bitch? Like, am I a bitch because I slept with more than one woman? Like, what is a bitch? Like, what is a bitch? What is a hoe? Is someone out there like, hey, I'm a bitch, like I'm a hoe? Like, who is that? Who's defining that? I just use it more like fun. But I think you shouldn't call someone a bitch for real, because yeah.
There's so many different ways of using this word. Like mostly people use it for good reasons.
Yeah,
Being
true.
like dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's what most words should become. Like, some words you cannot even say anymore because they're so, like the N word, it changed the last years. If you say it, like it used to be like for fun, for friends, you know. But now if you say it, the people get so I think words, anyway, what am I talking about? I don't know.
Yeah.
I was just, I didn't even know that the word is like that, and I used it, and then I got so much shit, and I was like, okay, I don't use this word anymore. But it's never about the word, or sometimes it is, but it's always about intention. So, yeah, there's some really bad words I wouldn't use, but most words just intention, like bitch, for example. Okay, last one is open relationships and relationships with non-vegans possible. Don't you ever date someone or even have sex with someone who's not vegan. That is, you will go to hell and eat pancakes forever. So it's actually great.
Should I tell
So
you
do it.
something really interesting?
No.
I never had a vegan girlfriend, or like I never had sex with a vegan.
Well,
How dare you? Yeah, let's change it. Scorpio mind, are you
I
down?
No,
Let it
me
change
neither. No, me neither.
You never had sex with a vegan?
No.
What?
Well, let's change that.
I had sex with many vegans and it's the best.
Yeah, I can imagine, but if I meet people, I don't judge them by like I don't care if they're vegan or not. I always try to figure out, are they smart and do they have a heart? And if they are smart and they have a heart, they're gonna go vegan at some point if they have the information. That's my personal belief. When I met when I met Violetta, she wasn't vegan at all. Like she was like, she was judging me, like all this, like, oh, where do you get your protein from? And like,
I didn't ask about
She's part Russian,
But-
so.
but like this whole milk thing. Oh, you can tell me that, but I will not change. I will.
Right.
I will never ever go vegan. Like, and I thought, yeah, just read this, watch this, and then we're gonna talk about it. And
Long story short, now she's a carnivore. Now she's only eating bacon. No, now she's vegan because it's just a no-brainer to go vegan. You just need to get educated about it because the truth, the science, everything is on your side. It's the biggest win-win concept in every category: ethics, environment, health. So going plant-based, a no-brainer, but people just need to be educated about it. Anyway, the question is,
would you like date someone who's not vegan?
of course, it's just but the person needs to be open-minded.
That's
And
right.
as I said, the person will become vegan, like Scorpio
Okay.
mind.
I wasn't vegan when we met.
But I just like, let's watch this and
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
and then
you
she was like, oh,
educated me and then I was
not
like,
want to contribute to this anymore. Eating animal products is just
But
cruel.
let's say you are in a relationship, you love this person, but you go vegan, and she's not. She's like, no, I don't want to go vegan.
It would be
But
really
that is like not an open.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, but for a
It
while
happened
it's
to
okay.
me.
For a while it's okay, but long term, then the person is just not open-minded, because it's like the if you become aware of that, because if you're not aware of that, that is okay, because I ate meat for the longest time because I didn't know. But once you know and you're still doing that, then you're, for me, a person who doesn't care about him or herself in this case, who doesn't care about animals at all. Maybe just some animals, but not about most and not about all animals, and who doesn't care about our environment and the planet and resources and that. And just, if you become aware of that and still do it, then for me you're close-minded, ego-driven, not caring, not self-loving person who just wants quick pleasure in form of bacon and don't care. Like, what do you care about if you don't even care about your health? If you don't even care about other beings and like. Then
Yeah, I totally agree. I would.
Then I just play Justin Bieber and it goes like, go.
I love eating like all of that junk and hurting themselves and hurting the animals and stuff like that.
Couldn't
And I would
handle
find
that.
it so disgusting to see all those animal products in my kitchen all the time.
Yeah, I couldn't deal with that. It's like, you do you. I would play Justin Bieber and like the song, Go Love Yourself. How does it go? Like, love yourself. How? Go love yourself. What is the hook like? I don't have the melody. What do you mean? No, that's another song. Love.
Anyway,
But you know what I mean. Go.
I think there should be at least desire to try, you know. Like,
Yeah, that's why I would give this person like half a year. If I would really love her, I would give her like, take your time, just one. Yeah, that's why. And it's not like, oh, you're not going vegan like tomorrow, then fuck off. No, it would like I give them because everyone needs the time. But even if it would take years for this person, but if I don't see that this person is taking steps toward a more compassionate, healthy lifestyle, but if he or she is taking steps, everyone needs their time, their own pace. And if I don't see that, like, no, oh, I'm not gonna change, then I'm like, is it too late now to say sorry, I love you? No, that's the wrong song. Like, go love yourself, and you do you. But I would date non-vegans. I would have sex with non-vegans. But in a long-term relationships, they need to be open-minded and go vegan.
I agree on that 100%.
Yes.
Okay, so now the second part of this podcast, Axel's questions, will be on his podcast called The Creatine Show.
No, it's role model.
Role model.
Yeah.
Will they find it? Role model podcast?
No, you just put in role model and you will find it on Spotify, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast. I'm sure you will be so smart and put the link in the description below. So yeah.
Yep, check it out. Part 2, description below, or role model, and we will continue to roll. So if you're like, oh, I want to keep listening to this conversation, then hey, honey, just go to this link and continue to listen. Or if you're like, oh, my workout is over, then today, tomorrow, or after tomorrow, click on the link and listen to that. So bye. Thanks for listening. Until next time.
My friends.
bye-bye.
Bye.
Be vegan.
2 minutes. Come to my podcast now.
Now we do it RMS style. ASMR style. Hello. You laugh like this. Okay, that's so creepy. Bye bye.